Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back again with another YouTube video. So this video is going to be the third video in the kind of a series going on right now. The first video being Jidion is a huge fraud. The second video being Jidion's manager is a huge fraud. And then obviously this video. I do heavily suggest you guys go watch the previous two videos, especially Jidion's manager is a huge fraud, because it'll give you a lot of the context of what I'm going to be talking about now, because this is kind of directly related to that video. There's a lot going on, and I think it's best if you guys want to go and actually like kind of get caught up. I think it is best for this situation. I'm going to try to do an overall explanation of everything, but if I do into deep details, it's going to be a 30-minute long video, and I feel like I really need to get to the current stuff. That being said, let me give you guys a quick overview of what's going on. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Jidion is. He is a massive content creator. He pretty much started his content by doing like pranks and stuff like that, where he'll go in public and fuck with people. During that time, he started looking more into like predator catches, and he started diving into like, Chris Hansen style content, which ended up leading him to, start getting into contact with someone like Edp445, the cupcake man himself. This is when we get introduced to Inside, who is Jidion's manager. Basically, him trying to get involved with EDP. Inside end up trying to set up an interview by getting into contact with EDP's Discord, and then they tried to set up an interview where Jidion was going to interview EDP live in his stream. He was also going to make it so his Discord can ask EDP questions live, and what ended up happening is EDP ended up flanking out. He wanted $200, and then Jidion didn't want to pay him, which is fine. I respect Jidion for that. My issue is the whole entire video and the whole entire stream was a complete flop. That also being because Jidion realized that EDP wasn't going to show up, and then he still proceeded to tell people he was going to pay it, he was going to take the moral hit, yada yada yada. What ended up happening is he never actually ended up paying him. Sneeko was going to pay him. Sneeko didn't end up paying him. Ended up wasting everyone's time for an hour and a half. I think, if you realize that he's not going to show up and you title it EDP interview and everyone's there to watch the interview, I think at that point you either change the title or end the live stream. And he decided to keep live streaming for a good hour and a half after that. And then on top of that, he decided to leave the stream up for months after, saying it was an EDP interview, which was just straight up clickbait and straight up a money grab. But that being said, a huge important detail that I kind of talked about was he was going to do a live Q&A with his Discord, but the way he did it, he straight up invited EDP, who is a known predator, into his Discord filled with minors. I do talk about this a couple times in my previous videos, but I do want to reiterate how it seems like they do not give a fuck about that. It seems like both Jidion and his manager have taken no responsibility. All they say is, yeah, unfortunately we did that. Yeah, unfortunately we did that. Yeah, but it's like it deserves more than that, guys. Like, honestly, you literally invited a predator into your Discord knowingly. Whether that was a mistake on your part, that was clearly you're blinded by content at that point. You're blinded by this idea, which is really goes to show throughout this entire situation. But guys, it's not like someone actually got groomed because of it, right? It's not like EDP actually groomed someone in that Discord. He did, though. He did. Kayla Hoskins, who is a individual who was a part of Jidion's Discord, was actually found by EDP. EDP ended up hitting her up on Instagram and then ended up grooming her. So she ended up coming out with her own video detailing the situation, detailing all this. We later found out that she actually went to Inside, who is, Jidion's manager and kind of the overall manager of his Discord. She ended up going to him, and then apparently Inside ended up telling Jidion, and then Jidion ended up taking a lot of the evidence that Kayla had of her being groomed, and then him and Skeeter flew out to go confront EDP at his dialysis center, and that's kind of the overall story. But now we're going to kind of dive more into it and kind of talk about my issues with that entire situation. Is at the start, I was like, okay, cool. EDP got caught again trying to hit up a minor. He got caught trying to engage with a minor again. He got caught trying to meet up with a minor. But that was the first thing, is actually he wasn't there to meet up with Kayla. They actually just went there straight up just to confront him. He wasn't there at the dialysis center with the intentions of meeting up with Kayla, which is what a lot of people thought. So I want to disprove that right now, that they weren't there to meet up with Kayla. They were there strictly just to confront him, which is already just a clout move. It's already like that itself is already a content heavy thing, where they weren't actually there to try to catch him doing anything. They weren't there to try to help the court case or the police investigation. They were there strictly for their own content and for their own redemption and their own comeback at EDP for skipping out on the interview, which I bring up and we're going to talk about in a bit. So I can see how this set up this going to confront him could actually cause a lot of issues for the court case, because now this added a whole extra level to what would probably be a pretty simple investigation. So now we got content creators involved. We got them going to his place where he's going to get treatment for his illness, and then you got a guy dressed up as a cupcake and another guy named Skeeter Hansen going and confronting him in front of this dialysis center. It just wasn't a good look. And on top of that, the video was complete shit, which is a big reason why I feel like Jidion didn't want to post it, because it was overhyped and it would have just been another massive L, even though it already is a massive L because they put Kayla in harm's way. You know what I mean? So that itself is already a huge issue, and that contradicts the fact that a lot of people say that Jidion and Skeeter and Inside, they're all heroes and they're all good people, even though I disproved that in my previous videos, because they did a lot of really scummy things, including telling Kayla to not file a police report until the sting operation, which Kayla said herself, and I also was able to prove that in the video, which again I suggest you guys go watch if you haven't already. So they did a lot of extremely scummy stuff. So they're far from heroes. They're literally just opportunists. They're a bunch of money-hungry content creators, and I really need to let you guys know that, because they're trying to fool you guys. Inside and Jidion are trying to make it seem like they're on the side of the people, that they're against EDP. But even that, I prove how what they did could be a huge issue, and that the fact that they only did it for content, and they even willingly allowed Kayla to keep talking to EDP for the content. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. It's plain and simple. They literally told Kayla to continue talking to EDP and, quote, as Inside says, to lead him on. Even though that is extremely fucked up, and there's a reason why we don't use real-life victims as actual predator bait, because we don't understand the psychological effects that can have on the minor, not to mention you're just taking advantage of the minor as well. Like, Jesus Christ, except you're not doing it for a sexual reason, you're doing it for a monetization reason. So obviously I started realizing this situation is a lot more fishier than I thought, and I think it is really scummy what they've been doing. And again, I exposed that a lot in my previous 2 videos, but again, obviously, guys, go watch it because it'll add so much context. But that being said, I posted my video talking about Inside and exposing some of his contradictions and some of the stuff he had to say. He pretty quickly after posted a comment which was edited and also deleted. So his original comment said, there's a lot more to the story that isn't public, and there's more to it than both me and Jidion knew about. Yeah, but then why involve yourself in this situation then? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand, is you're going to sit there and say in my comments that there's more to the story that isn't public, and there's more to me than both me and Jidion knew about. Then why'd you guys get involved if you didn't know what was going on? That doesn't sound very responsible if you ask me. We go on to say, Kayla apparently sent messages to EDP first. Several of her friends contacted us afterwards and told us Kayla had shown them screenshots and showed her hitting up EDP first. Okay, where's the proof though? You can't just say that in my comment section. Inside, if you're really dedicated on trying to disprove all this and you really want me to listen to what you have to say, then come up with your own video with all the proof. You can't just say that. And on top of that, would that even be a reliable source of proof? Because it's like, who knows if these were actually Kayla's friends or these were people trying to make Kayla look even more like a clout chaser than people already say she is. You know what I mean? So it's just not really adding up. She basically begged us to let her be a decoy for the video for clout. That's part of the reason why Jidion never released it. Because she misled us on the details and then made a video about it. That's what jeopardized the case against EDP. I'm so confused though, because it is public though. You're saying that there's a big reason Jidion didn't release it is because, we're wrong about some of the information and we're ill-informed, but yet Skeeter Jean still released the video behind a paywall. You know what I mean? And then if that's the case, and Jidion should have went on a live stream or went on his channel and said, hey guys, so we really fucked up. We jumped the gun too early. We weren't fully understanding the situation. We shouldn't have got involved in a situation we don't understand. But no, you guys are going to sit there and keep trying to bury the stuff. You guys keep sitting there and trying to bury it to make yourselves look good. He goes on to say, if she hadn't made a video about it, EDP would likely have a chance at jail. Again, just throwing it all on Kayla. They're a scapegoat through this entire situation. Yeah, we're the adults in this situation and we put her at risk. You know what I mean? We're the one who got her in this situation in the first place by allowing EDP into our Discord. So let's just sit there and push everything onto her. It's her reason. She's the reason why EDP isn't locked up. But not us for being clout-hungry fucking goblins. It's Kayla for coming out with a video that she was allowed to come out with because the police okayed her, and it's her fucking evidence, and it's her who got groomed. She has every right to come out with her video if the police okayed it. You know what I mean? You guys are the fucking scumbags to take her evidence and then try to make content about it. He goes to say, the only reason why we mentioned getting back at EDP was because it's a storytelling mechanism that creates tension Basically a retention tactic. Remember, Jidion is a creator and storyteller. Structure is important for retention on the video. This is in reference to the fact that I bring up heavily the fact that I feel like this was 100% just to get Jidion's name back in good graces with his community because of the fucked up interview. And he's trying to say like, no, we're faking being upset. We're faking being upset because it adds story. Guys, there's a fucking 16-year-old girl involved, an actual victim. I don't give a fuck about story or retention or whatever, like this is some sort of Netflix documentary. You guys clearly fucked up, and there was clearly an agenda behind this sting. It was clout, it was for money, and it was to get Jidion's name back in good graces, which is what I proved. And then he's going to try to disprove it by saying, oh, it's just a story structure. Don't hit me with this manager talk. There's still a police investigation about it, so I can't really talk too much about anything that isn't public, which is really fucking ironic because it's like they're no longer a part of the investigation. So I don't know why he's sitting there and acting like he's still a big key part of it, even though he isn't. Neither him or Jidion are. Kayla goes to say, several of her friends, I literally have 2 friends and none of them are on Discord or have contact to you, so there's still a case. EDP will probably go to jail and I'll get justice. Don't give yourself too much credit, Harry Potter, because you didn't help catch anything. Also, what type of manager makes videos? You aren't involved in the investigation at all. You don't know what's going on. And then lo and behold, guys, he took down the comment. He decided to delete it, which isn't the first time he's trying to hide stuff. You know, so later I end up going on to Rince's live stream and we were just chilling. And then I end up getting informed that actively trying to hide his videos. He was unlisting them. They're not deleted. They're not privated, but he did unlist them, which makes it very hard to find these videos. And so he originally had 6 videos on his YouTube channel and now he has 3. And the 3 videos he's trying to unlist were 3 videos that I took clips from. So it's extremely suspicious that now he's trying to hide videos that I took clips from. Like, extremely suspicious. That threw up red flags immediately. And for people who like say I'm grasping at stuff here, or I don't understand the situation, anytime I hear a content creator hiding videos, it tells me nothing but that they're guilty of something. You know, it's, you know, and the thing is, though, we also have his response on that, which is so hilarious how he tries to defend himself in this situation on privating videos. So you can actually go to one of his biggest videos in his community tab, and one of my friends named Extra Rince, who is a fellow content creator, obviously, guys, go check him out. He said, I wonder why you unlisted it. You know, referencing why the video has been unlisted. And Mr. Gamer 2 also said, interesting how you decide to unlist this video and most of the others you had on your channel. Face the facts that we caught you in Jidion's ass running from accountability. In which he responded to both of them pretty much the same way. He says to Mr. Gamer, what are you talking about, buddy? The video isn't relevant anymore and it just gives the wrong people a platform. And then he says, it's irrelevant now to Extra Rince. We know more info about the situation now and it gives the wrong people a platform. It's just kind of suspicious how you guys decide to start taking down that video or try to, you know, unlist it after my video exposing it. You know, if the video wasn't relevant anymore, as you're trying to explain, that's why you unlisted it, then why didn't you do that before? Why does it take my video to show you guys that? You know what I mean? It just isn't adding up. So this guy's going to keep hiding and running away. I'd be surprised if he came out with his own video trying to explain his situation or try to provide proof to these crazy things he's bringing up. Yes, I'm not a big channel, guys. I understand that. And it would be nice for a bigger channel to pick up on this because it is feeling like I'm trying to fight a losing battle. But I'm still going to keep fighting because I think this stuff needs to be exposed. And I think you know, the fact that he's privating videos now and he's deleting comments and all this stuff, it just shows that he is scared. Him and Jidion are terrified because if this gets bigger than my channel or, you know, my platform, they're fucked. They're fucked. If this gets to bigger hands, I think there's enough stuff here to be exposing them and at least show that this is an extremely fishy situation. But that being said, if you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe. I'm going to keep talking about this because, honestly, this is so incredibly fucked up. But anyways, I hope to see you guys in the next one.
Counting sheep, but there's one I always miss. Everyone says I'm getting down too low. Everyone says you just gotta let